first one is about productivity tools, and the following topics or advantage functions will be mentioned, like multi-crossing, segment adjustment, and some kind of change properties. That is the first part. Okay. So here is Revit. As you see, I have created a lot of clashes here. And with MagiCAD, we can make multi-crossing with one click. So here, especially in the real project, for example, like a garage in the underground. So there are a lot of sprinkler pipes and also about exhaust ducts. So they will have this kind of clash. Okay, so we can make a crossing like this. Here we have multi-vertical crossing. You can find it from MagiCAD tab, multi-vertical crossing. And here we can do like this. Select a start point, select an end point, and then select other elements you want to make a crossing, and then finish. And we can set like a bottom of the reference one. Okay, so here I select the duct as a reference one. Okay, then you will see the result in the 3D view, and we also have this kind of preview dialog here, and you can also check the 3D view like this. Okay, and here if you notice, the pipe is close to the duct side, but in the real project, we should have a tolerance or space between them. So here we also have this kind of setting in this dialog. Here is the tolerance. So I can input some value here, for example, like 50 millimeters. That's the tolerance. Then update and check the result again here. You will see we have this kind of tolerance. And in this dialog, you can also switch different angle solution. For example, currently the angle of bend is 45 degrees, but I usually use like 60 degrees. Okay, you just need to switch to this one and check the result. If it is correct, then click OK. Then, so we can check the result in the 3D view like this. Okay, here is the pipe. I make a crossing, enter the duct, and also leave some space here. Okay, so that is our function of multi-crossing. And we also have this function in other disciplines. We have this function in ventilation, and you can also find it in the tab of MagiCAD piping, and also in the tab of MagiCAD electrical. Yeah, we have a lot of functions in different tabs. Okay, so that is our function of multi-crossing. And we also have this function for segment adjustment. So here, if I draw something like this, here I have a cable tree, but it is a reference one. Okay, and I draw some pipes in this view, like this. Draw pipe here and duplicate one like this. Okay, so I just draw some pipes and I create a section view like this. And go to the section view. Here is the plan view. Here is the section view, plan view, and the 3D view. And if I want to change the place or offsite of the pipes and align to the existing cable tree, so here we provide this kind of a segment adjustment function. Here you can find it with, in the tab of MagiCAD. The segment adjustment, we can do like this. For example, I want to move the two pipes align with the cable tree and align with the bottom level, and also I want to move the place close to the cable tree. So I can choose like this and define the distance between each other and select the reference one, select pipes, finish, then done. So here is our segment adjustment. Is quite useful for your real project because you can just draw some segments and then use this function to make alignment. Okay, so that is our function of segment adjustment. The third one for productivity tools is change property. It is also quite useful. For example, in this case, there are some branches, and I use T as a connector, right? But in the real project, maybe you want to change it to tab. But in the plain Revit, you almost cannot do that. You can only just remove the branch or disconnect the branch and then change the duct series and then connect it again. But with MagiCAD, we can do like this. We have this change property here, and I want to change ventilation and branch type, and from T to tab. So here we have two directions. One is tab to T, the other one is T to tab. So currently I want to change T to tab. Okay, and then I select objects like this, and finish, then done. So we can do this by one click. And we can also do some other kind of change. For example, like add insulation, because here we have different duct size. One is smaller, like a 500 times 300, and the other one is bigger, like 1,500, something like that. And I want to add insulation for them. But in the real project, we usually set a different thickness of insulation for different size of duct or pipes. So here we can also change this kind of insulation with MagiCAD change property function. So here, ventilation and insulation, and I want to change to a insulation. Okay, and for the network, okay, click, done. And here, if you check the thickness of insulation for this one, for the bigger size of duct, let's check the result here. For this one, the insulation thickness is 80 millimeters. And for this one, smaller one, it's smaller. And why we have this kind of insulation with different thickness? Because we have this kind of data set, as Yang mentioned. Here, you will find the regulation here. For example, like insulation series. And for this one, you can see I have this regulation. With this size, the thickness of the insulation is 30 millimeters, and for this one is 50. For the bigger one, it's 80 millimeters. So we have this kind of regulation. And if you change the regulation, for example, I change the regulation here, like this one, maybe for example, like 2,000 millimeters, something like this. Okay. Okay, I change something here, and I use MagiCAD change property again, like this. Insulation, okay. And then check the result again. If you check this one, okay, the thickness will smaller to this. So that is our change property. That means you can change something after drawing, not before drawing. Because with plain Revit, you always define something before your drawing, but with MagiCAD, you can change something after drawing. So that will make your daily work faster. So here is our productive tools. We go through with multi-crossing, segment adjustment, and also about change properties. So that is our productivity tools.